Hello everyone, this is iKonakona playing some Pyro on Hoodoo. And as you can see, I am using the new Phlogistinator. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know why, but Valve makes some of the weirdest names for some of these weapons, and that's why no one can remember any of these names. I think it's called the Phlogistinator. It's the futuristic ray gun looking flamethrower, and boy, does this make Pyro fun in a different way. You know, before Pyro had the air blast, and it was a lot of fun to do all these switch ups with air blast, flare gun, and then the extinguisher. It was really fun, and I think that's what most Pyros really like to do. But now this weapon really brings out the W plus M1 Pyro in everyone, because that's how everyone starts off as Pyro when they first play this game, is they W plus M1. So as you can see, I am charged up. I inflicted enough damage to chart off my oomph meter. I think it's called an oomph meter. I have a custom HUD, the PV HUD. Activated here. This is after I learned how to actually do it. I activate it, and this is such a fail. There are no enemies around anywhere, so I go out there with a crits boost and the damage reduction and everything, and there are no enemies around. So that I figured out that is not the best way to do it when you're really far back, because I think I was a little bit too far back when I activated it. And I'll show you guys some of the first times that I've actually tried to activate it, because I didn't fully understand this weapon. But yeah, you cause around a little over 200 damage with the flamethrower on enemies, and you'll build up your oomph meter. It's like the bar on the bottom right. And once you have that, you right click, and you actually will do a taunt, which I did not know about. You taunt first, and what I realized is that by the time you're done taunting, you lose about a quarter of the bar. So really, you build up this bar, and you lose a quarter of it during the time you taunt, which is kind of lame, honestly, I think. So you only have about 3/4 left, and it takes about another quarter of the bar to get into to get where the enemies are, or at least what I try to do is I try to hide behind a corner, activate it, and then go out. And so by the time I actually hit the enemy, I have only about half a bar left. But because it activates crits, it's enough to kill a lot of enemies very quickly. That's what I really like about this weapon, and it makes W plus M1ers just super powerful. The only downside is that you can't air blast, and you'll see that in this game that a lot of times there are a lot of my teammates that are on fire, and I can't do anything. So here I hide behind this corner, activate it, and you can see by the time I reach the enemy, I only have about half a bar of oomph left. But that is enough to take out a lot of guys, because with this weapon, with crits, it's pretty much an instant kill. It's not like instant, like spy backstab instant, but it's pretty much an instant kill with a really. By the way, look at this cart. So much blood. I didn't realize that was on there until I was hiding behind this cart. I'm trying to hide from them and let them pass by, and I'll sneak up behind them. And that's what I noticed about too. Since you can't really, since you are W plus M1ing. As a Pyro, you're gonna have to learn a lot about these maps and the best routes to take in these maps to not be seen, because it's all about flanking. You can't really do extinguisher quick kills. You're gonna have to use your flanking ability with this weapon in order to get kills with them, because all you can do is W plus M1. Now, filling up your oomph meter can be a little difficult, but what I recommend is try to go and attack when your team is attacking, because if you go out there as a lone Pyro, unless you're using some really good flanking routes, you're going to be seen and you're going to be taken out. So you want to try and just kind of chip away. By the way, look at this. I get to their spawn right at the last second, right before my crits ends, and I just completely spawn trapped them. And I'm like, oops, sorry, I didn't really mean to do that. I was just kind of like, I really wanted to kill because I was doing a lot of walking. But yeah, filling up that meter can be a little tricky, but what's nice is that it's the burn damage that gets you that meter. So you can see here that I'm not actually killing this Pyro, but look, I just burn him and I'm already full. And I haven't killed him yet. There we go, we finally get him. And with one Dead Ringer Spy, when he activated it, I can fill up my meter because I'm causing that kind of damage. So that's great that you can fill up this meter really quickly, so you can constantly go out here. Another thing that's good is, well, this combo was awesome, by the way. So I took out that heavy for one, but watch this. Replay. I rocket jump from the soldier's rocket right over him and flank him from behind. That's got to be like my best Pyro, other than reflecting a direct hit. That's probably one of my best Pyro moves. I was pretty lucky. But yeah, with this weapon, usually one-on-one with a heavy, Pyros lose. Pyros just don't have the advantage. Heavies have a little bit more range as well as more health, and heavies usually win when they're up against Pyros. But this changes everything. When you are crits, you can go in there and take out a heavy pretty quickly. Even though he has 300 health, you can take him out pretty darn quickly, and that turns the tides in a lot of these battles. Now for me, since I'm not really a W plus M1 player too much, I didn't really use Pyro like that. I'm not really a big fan of the back burner because I can never flank the enemy. They're always facing me for some reason. I can never flank them with the back burner. But because I'm not a real big fan of just W plus M1ing, this weapon is okay when you get the... I mean, it's really fun when you get the crits, definitely. But when you're just trying to get the crits, that can be a little bit frustrating, especially if the enemy team is not running spies. You really have to get in there, and it's very, very risky. But once you get this crits, you can see here, activate it where no one can see you and start to flank them. You can get a lot of kills really, really easily. Luckily here, I have a spy I can get some points off of, and now I'm full and activated here where the enemy can't really see me and flank them. Now this next clip is actually my first experience using this weapon because I didn't fully understand. I didn't know that you had to taunt when you right click. So I thought it was instant activation, kind of like a Kritzkrieg, you know, right click, just activate it. But no, I come over here, I was going to charge right in, but actually it kills them. And I don't know if it's by design, but if you taunt next to someone, you get the health buff, you get damage reduction, but you also kill people near you instantly, which is kind of weird. I do it right here too, so pretty cool weapon. Now my question for you guys is, what do you guys think about this weapon? Do you guys like the W plus M1ing? Do you think it's a little overpowered with the crits? Do you prefer going back to the flare gun extinguisher? Do you miss the air blast? Let me know in the comments below. So that's today's video, and here's some other videos you may have missed. On the top, I go over some tips and tricks on how to fly the attack helicopters in Battlefield 3, and on the bottom I talk about the new dog tags that are available for purchase. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.